I am popping on to talk to you today about 4 things I'm doing every day to generate 5K monthly in my business. And I am sitting in my car with my dog, Peter. And if you have kids at home, you get why I'm in my car. Okay, so if you don't know me well, my name is Steph and I love helping small business owners like you grow your influence and profits online using marketing strategies that actually work. And I was driving today and I was thinking about this topic, and that's why I decided to pop on. Drop hello in the comments. And as I go through these 4 things, I want you to let me know, and you can give as much detail or as little detail as you want, which of the 4 you struggle with the most, okay? Because I will be honest, growth in your business, like, it takes work, and I'm doing all of these every single day, okay? So what 4 things am I doing every single day to generate income in my business? So let me jump right into this. Like I said, drop high in the comments because I love to know who I'm talking to. Okay, so first up, the first thing would be audience, okay? I am growing my network every single day, okay? And I'll be like, these aren't necessarily sexy things, okay? Like, you might be like, ugh, Steph, it's so hard. I get that it can be hard to grow your audience. There's kind of 2 ways that a person can do it. Hi, Peter. Please don't lick me. Stop. There's 2 ways you can go about it and I do mostly organic methods, okay? There's nothing wrong with ads, that type of thing, getting lists, but that's just not my jam. But so when it comes to growing your audience, and I'm talking a lot of people, right? So for me in my business, I'm gaining about 10 qualified leads every single day. Okay. Now I'm not talking just people that I'm sending friend requests to, hoping that they accept it, and I send out 10 requests and I don't know if they accept. No. I'm talking about people that are like, oop, I want what you're putting down. So I'm bringing in about 10 people a day. I know that to increase my results, I will need to increase those numbers. Okay. So I'm looking right now anywhere from like 200 to 300 qualified leads every month, new people, okay? Knowing that if you do the numbers, only so many people are going to warm to you, only so many people are then going to convert into the sale. Growing your audience, absolutely essential, okay? And in the Pre-C pack, I talk about ways to do this with lead generation, and I kind of promote 2 different paths, whether you're reaching out to them or they reach out to you. I have trainings on both, okay? There isn't any, I would say, one right way to do this. Okay. You know, like, a lot of different things work, but the point is that you're doing it. All right. So audience is number 1. So if you struggle with audience, just drop audience in the comments. If you don't want to say, that's okay too. Okay. But I am growing that every single day and putting in the time and the work to do that. Okay. The next thing that I believe is absolutely essential and that I am doing every single day to grow my business is content. Okay. I am putting, and not just any type of content, I am putting out content that solves a problem of my target customer, of my target client. Okay. And that content, your content strategy or plan can be as simple or as complicated as you want it. Okay. Again, I wouldn't say there's necessarily any one right way to do it. You can do it all straight from your Facebook profile. You could do nothing else. You could do it using YouTube. You could do email. It doesn't matter in some ways the how you go about doing it, but it's that you're doing it every single day. And you may be like, again, you might be like, ugh, Steph, I don't want to produce content every day. Well, the fact of the matter is if you're consistently doing that, you will gain the growth. It's why only so many people, and I don't mean this meanly again, but have success in their business, because some people just aren't willing to do the work. Like, these aren't sexy things. They take day in and day out work. So for me, every single day, I am producing some sort of content. Now, personally, I like to use email, YouTube, and this Facebook group, but you could do it. Like I said, you could do it all on your profile. You could do it all in a Facebook group. But the fact of the matter is where your audience is increasing, you are releasing that content every single day. Okay. So that is number 2. So if you struggle with content, drop content in the comments, okay? Now, again, in the Precy Pack, I have an entire section with short, quick videos on how I do content and strategies for that. Be it what to talk about, how to figure out a plan, how to make sure you're covering all your bases. So if you want info on that, if you want to know what it's like to have me be your guide, just drop me in the comments. Okay. Next up, what is item number 3 that has helped me generate consistent 5K months in my business? Okay. And this is not just like 5K in sales and I'm walking away with like $1,000 of sales. I'm talking actual profit. Okay. All right. Number 3 is conversations. And I laugh saying this because some people are like, but I hate talking to people. And the truth is, you're gonna have to talk to people. Okay, and I don't just mean like, hey, Sally, like, what's the weather like there? It's really rainy and windy here today. No, I'm talking conversations where you're actually figuring out where people are at. And you're not just cold pitching them either. I'm not talking about those conversations where you send someone a Facebook message. Please don't do this. Don't send someone a message and then pitch them in the first one. But I'm talking about conversations where I'm talking to people and finding out a need. Okay. So for the majority of the people that join my marketing membership, the pack, I have a conversation with them before they ever do. Okay. The majority of the time they're asking me questions and I'm asking them questions because I want to know if it's a good fit. And even after, again, this is part of it, after someone becomes your customer or client, you're going to continue this conversation because just because they buy from you once, you don't know if the product's like help them for the long run, how they responded. Like, it's a growing relationship that continues. That conversation continues so you can continue to help them the best way. Okay? That conversation can be had over email, it can be had in Messenger, but chances are it's going to be occurring in some way, shape, or form, and likely one-on-one. Okay? So, if I was to like role play what this might look like, someone, in my case, someone's reaching out to me and they're saying, hey, I'm interested in your membership. What does it include? And I might tell them what it includes. And then I might ask them like, okay, well, tell me about where you're at in business right now. Like, what's one of your major struggles, right? Like, I want to know where people are at, what they're doing, what has worked for them, what hasn't worked for them. Are they new to social media marketing? Is it something they've been doing a while, but they've run into some hiccups? It's this dance back and forth of having a conversation so you can get to know them and see if you are a good fit for them and if they are a good fit for you. Okay? So that conversation must take place. Okay? And that is happening every single day. Every single day I am having conversations either with members already in my membership, because it's a residual thing, right? So you could every day be having customer conversations, or I'm having conversations with prospects, okay? Every single day. And if you aren't having these conversations, then chances are you probably are struggling with growing your audience and putting out content so that you actually then have conversations. And then the last thing is sales, okay? And if you've grown, I'm sorry, but if you are in business, if you aren't ever presenting the sale, then you're not going to make sales, okay? And the larger the cost of the item that you are selling, likelihood, the more personal that sales conversation is going to be. So if you're selling something that's $1,000, $2,000, chances are you're going to be hopping on a face-to-face Zoom with someone having a conversation. If it's something lower ticket, right? Like, I'm a huge believer in lower ticket options. So for something, when someone's buying something that's $47, I might be not having like a conversation where it's face-to-face with that person. But I am presenting the sale. At some point, it's going to be, hey, do you have any more questions? Or do you want me to send you, the checkout page, right? So, and if you're in a business where you're selling a physical product, it could be the same thing. You'd be like, hey, do you have any more questions, or do you want me to build your cart for you? Okay, so at some point, you are coming to the point in the conversation where you are going to pitch your product, offer, your service, whatever it is, okay? All of these things are skill sets that can be improved upon. If you are struggling right now to do any of these things, be it growing your audience, your content, conversations, or pitching or the sale aspect of it, they can all be improved. Okay, these are skills. There's no excuse for saying, oh, I'm not good at that. I wasn't good at it at the beginning, okay? Like, I have come a long ways over the last 5 years to get to where I'm at now. So I don't want you to think like, oh, I'm not good at that, there's no hope for me. And I don't want you to also give an excuse of just like, well, I'm never going to be able to do that, so I can never get there. I would say, no, the truth is that it comes to a point of execution. Are you taking action on the things that you already know that you should be doing? And that's where I might not be the coach for everyone, because I'm going to hold you to it, because there's a level of just like doing the work, even on the times when you maybe don't feel like doing it. Okay. So those are the 4 things: audience, content, conversations, and sales. If you have any questions about any of these, ask me, right? Like, I will tell you answers. And if you want to know more information about what it's like to work with me inside of the pack, I'm happy to just share, because I have short, quick, it's kind of like the Steph content style of trainings inside the pack that go over all of these different topics, okay, on how to do it better, how to increase your skill set on that. It is going to take work in some way, shape, or form every day, okay, like working your business. There's no way around it. Like, and that's where I would say, if you want to keep growing your income, you know, like for me, like hitting consistent 10K months is definitely on the goal. I know that I am going to need to increase my audience. I'm going to need to continue to improve the content I put out. I'm going to perfect my conversation process and make sure that the offer I'm presenting at the end is actually the fit and getting results for people, right? So it's fine tuning all of those things and improving those. And I don't think anyone ever arrives where they're just like, oh my gosh, like I'm good at all of this and I don't have to work on it anymore. It's like, no, you can always improve the skill set on each of those areas. So that's all I got for you. Just wanted to pop on live before I go back home to the chaos of my boys and my family, because it wouldn't happen if I waited. So that's it. Me and Petey. Oh, Petey gave up. He was like, I'm done. All right. If you want more info on the pack, drop me in the comments, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your Friday.